let's talk about how to do a benchmark assessment that or any kind of practice test that involves a simulated conversation. So what we can do here is we're going to hit our record student button, select all the students. Then we're going to select the down arrow and create a new test, which we're going to call Q1 benchmark for A2, let's say. Now I've got all these channels ready to go, but on this recording, I do actually want to capture my own voice. I want to capture when I'm speaking and when they're speaking. So I'll make use of the all call button to do that, but I want to make sure I hit record before I start. So I hit the record button and then I say, ¿Cómo te llamas? I turn off the all call. Now they're still recording. I've stopped my question and I just kind of wait for the noise to die down. Everyone's answering what sounds to them like a one-on-one question, but really I've just set a question sort of into the void and they all responded to it. Now I'm going to say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? Turn it off. They're all answering how old they are, and I can hear about how long that takes. ¿Qué te gusta hacer los fines de semana? Now, there are going to be some students who are very quick to answer that question. Some students are going to struggle because it's a little bit harder than when I first asked. And you're going to hear sort of a different level of murmur. Just go until everyone stopped talking. Just sit there and let it record until everyone stopped talking. And then you go on to your next question, all call, ask the question, turn off all call, let them answer. Then you say, gracias, and you hit stop. Now, if you want to, you can go back and listen to these audios. And what you're going to hear, I mean, you can have them listen to their own too if you want to. But what you're going to hear is on Hector's recording, it's Hector and the teacher talking. It sounds like it's just the two of them. He couldn't really hear the other people. So you don't have to worry about like when you do a benchmark and kids tell each other what was on the test, or they can hear the questions from out in the hall or wherever you're doing it, and they sort of prepare. They don't have time to prepare. They've all heard the same question. They might get a couple of words here and there from a partner, from someone else in the same area, but you can hear on their audio what they can hear too. So if you hear someone say, me gusta viajar, and then someone else says, viajar, then you know they heard it from the other kid. You can hear it, and also you know where they were sitting. So you know that Herbert and Hector are sitting right next to each other. So you can say, well, he got that part from this other kid. Then when you go back to grade, it's going to be very easy for you to basically stop listening to the recording once you've determined enough information to tell their level. A lot of times in these one-on-one benchmarks, you just sit there uncomfortably while the kid thinks. And this takes away a lot of that barrier to participation. You don't have to worry so much about like the intimidation of the situation because they're all doing it simultaneously. And it also allows you to take your own time to grade. You're no longer taking instructional time out of your week to do this assessment. You're giving them the assessment all at once, and the grading becomes this entirely separate component. So that's how to do an oral benchmark or any kind of simulated one-on-one conversation using the lab.